Happy Wednesday. It's the Jam Nation podcast with Jonesy and Amanda.
Tracy Grimshaw finishes up on a current affair on Thursday night. That'll be her very last show. So Tracy joined us on the show to reminisce about some of our favourite promos.
The Avatar sequel is out at last, The Way of Water. We caught up with stars Sam Worthington and Cliff Curtis from the movie.
Lots of people would have been woken up early this morning to watch the World Cup. And sometimes when you're young and your dad wakes you up, it's all exciting. But sports-mad dads aren't always fun. We're going to talk about that with the Tribal Drum.
There was the Melissa Caddick auction last night of all her luxury items. When are they selling Anthony Coletti, her toy boy DJ hairdresser husband's music? When will they be selling that?
It's quite the sentence, and I say it again and again. Also, we go down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. Lots of changes at the project. Does the project pass the pub test?
Enjoy the podcast.
Everybody
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller. Amanda.
Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
What are you, an idiot?
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Well, hello, Amanda. How are you today?
I'm well. How are you going?
World Cup's on. The Socceroos have just run out onto the field. We're taking on France.
You know, if Gen Y Rye isn't in here eating in a biscuit while we're on air, he's now watching television while we're on air.
Actually, this is in your wheelhouse, Gen Y Rye. For the first time, we're in Gen Y Rye's wheelhouse. What do you think?
We're probably going to get annihilated.
But it's not instant knockout, is it? Excuse my ignorance, but we don't. It's not after today. What?
No, we took a shot.
If after today, if we don't win, it doesn't mean we're out, does it?
No, it doesn't mean we're out.
Right. So, and France are really good.
They're very good.
Yeah, France, one of the best teams.
Right.
Yeah,
so what are we hoping for, at least not to lose in a humiliating way?
pretty much, we don't want to get embarrassed. We might win. I don't know,
Right.
but probably not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, keep us posted.
Sure, SBS is looking for that new guy to fill in as the host
You're
of
waiting
their
for
soccer coverage.
Oh, I see. I thought
Or
you were
Gen
going
Y Rye could be going to the project.
Oh, yes. I thought you were going to say he could be playing on the field with the Socceroos.
I think the world's his oyster.
Yeah, world is
Hosting
your
the
oyster.
project by day, playing soccer by night.
Yeah, doing this early in the morning.
Can you guys hook me up?
Yeah, sure.
Sure,
He
mate.
hook up with some inner biscuits.
Over at the project, they're saying, has anyone done a head count lately?
I know. Pete Hellier last night has announced he's
Maybe
leaving.
you should go and do it.
Well, I often have been asked, I go on as a guest.
Yeah.
I don't want a full-time gig, obviously. I've got this. But, yeah, I know. So Carrie Bickmore will be leaving in a couple of weeks' time. Lisa Wilkinson announced during the week that she was leaving and that Tuesday was going to be her last show, and she went. Pete Hellier has announced that he's leaving. We might put it to the pub test, how you feel about the project, because what's going on? Are they? Do you like the project? Do you wish it was staying the same? Do you want fresh blood? How you feel about it? Because it gets a lot of traction in the media.
It does.
But it doesn't get a lot of ratings. So how do you feel about the project?
Maybe they should get Danny Lim, the street personality that wears those sandwich boards, to host it.
Is he the gentleman I saw that got...
Got bashed by the cops.
Yeah, why? He's harmless, isn't he?
I don't know what happened there. You know, if you walk around with a sandwich board that says the C word on it, you are going to get into some
But
trouble.
you shouldn't get bashed.
Oh, you know, the cops,
Maybe some
cops
liquid
just-
paper, fix it up a bit. Change a letter here and there.
Come on, Danny, you can't walk around with that.
No, but you don't have to be bashed, do
Yeah.
you?
No, you
He's
don't.
a harmless man.
I don't know. You'll have to talk to the police about that. On the show today, yesterday, we caught up with Sam Worthington.
And Cliff. I said, hi, Cliff, why don't you drop over sometime?
Very good.
Thank
From
you.
the new movie Avatar Way of Water.
Incredible. And guess who else is joining us today? The extraordinary Tracy Grimshaw.
Yeah.
You know, it's been an interesting year. Lee Sales has decided just to have a quiet couple of months. She'll be back at the ABC. Tracy has stepped down as a host of ACA. So, you know, this stuff happens in waves, doesn't it?
So
we're
you're
gonna
saying you're going to go?
Is that what you hope?
Well, no, it sounds like you're bucking to say you're going to leave.
No, well, just because they have.
Ryan, get the balloons from the ceiling. Amanda's she's announcing her last day.
Yep.
No, like a celebration of your
Of
great
me
career.
going?
Yeah.
Do you want that? Who
Not
would you
at
do
all.
this show with?
I couldn't do it with anyone.
So you want to do it on your own?
No,
I see
I'd
what's
give up.
going on.
I'd go and scrape barnacles off boats. That's what I'd do. That's my next pivot.
Well, we are going to be talking to Tracy today, whose last show on ACA is this week.
$10,000 with the $10,000 question as well. But the Magnificent Seven starts right here, right now.
Question 1. In motorsports, what's it called when a car takes a pause for repairs?
Podcast.
WSFM, hello there. It's Jonesy and Amanda. Thanks to Chemist Warehouse, we just got a goal.
We did.
Goal,
us
goal, goal,
personally.
goal, goal.
Australia just got a goal against France.
Well, just watching us. Did they just get a goal? Ryan, did they just get a goal?
I took my eyes off the prize. You were making me do work.
But
Yeah,
yes.
you got a goal.
Yeah, we got a
Against France. Wow, that's pretty
Wow.
good. What's wrong with that Frenchman? Why is he on the ground holding his knee?
I think he's trying to get a foul from.
Oh, okay, so there's nothing wrong
Has
with
it
him.
been declared a goal?
I'm not sure because they keep replaying, but I think it is a goal.
Well, it looked like a goal to me. That's a goal.
Goodwood.
Goodwood.
Good one from Goodwin.
Good work, mate.
So it's been declared a goal.
It's been declared a goal. By the
Then,
looks of it,
well,
yeah.
then what's wrong with old mate here? Come on, get up.
Oh, what a shame. He's out for the whole season.
He's gone. Look, okay. Well, we'll keep you posted on that. Obviously, we're the leading authorities of World Cup soccer.
Well, the thing is, Australia has scored against France.
Sunny today, 27 degrees in the city, 28 in our west. Right now it's 14 degrees. It's 11 past 6. We have the Magnificent Seven questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say...
We got a goal!
Go, 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 go.
That's what I'll say.
Amanda is in Hornsby.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
Question. Oh, yes. Were you about to say something?
No, I wasn't. Good morning.
Good morning to you. In motorsports, what's it called when a car takes a pause for repairs?
A pit stop.
A pit stop.
Question 2.
Happy wedding anniversary today to Jonesy and Helen. How many years have they been married? Don't you answer, Brendan. Actually, you probably can't.
Today?
It's today.
31.
31 years.
30. How did you know that, Amanda? Well done. Jonesy, did you know it was 31?
I did know it. Yes, I was there. I remember it well.
What are the plans for the day?
Helen's taking me out to lunch, which is nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, she doesn't
Do you
usually
have
do
a
anything.
fork it or walk it clause?
No, I actually leave her alone.
That's what she wants on her anniversary.
That's what she wants. She doesn't want anything. Like our wedding night.
Big celebrations. Your son turned 30 last weekend, and
Yes.
now your anniversary.
31, yeah, gee. Big
Wow.
deal, isn't it?
Big deal.
Big deal.
Let's play Reverse It.
Put my thing down, flip it and reverse it.
What song are we playing in reverse, Amanda? I don't like it. It is like when you're sitting in the car and the window's a little bit open and your ears hurt.
Yeah, it does.
What song's that?
No idea.
Oh,
no
Amanda.
idea.
Sorry, Amanda.
Maybe Deborah in Acacia Gardens knows this.
Hi, Deb. Do we have to play it again? Can you have a guess at it?
Can you play it again?
All right, here we go. I'm just taking my headphones off because it hurts. Okay, that's enough. Do you know what the song is?
Is it Take On Me?
Yes, it is.
By Aha.
And can I just say it was Matthew Leckie who kicked the goal for
Good old Matty
Australia.
Leckie.
Because you don't want other... We assigned it to Goodwin.
Yeah, we did.
But
Well,
it was
we just saw
Matthew
him running
Leckie.
away.
Yeah.
Well, it looked like he was running away.
Running away?
I never understand when soccer players, they get a goal, they all run around, so you don't know who actually scored the goal. Is that what it is? So you can get the glory as well.
Don't know.
A study of 27 Owen Wilson movies have found that he said, wow, how many times, Deborah? Was it A, 41, B, 81, or C, 121?
Oh, 121.
No, it's not.
Deborah? It's less than that.
Less than 121. Is it 41 or 81?
WSFM, hello there, it's Jonesy and Amanda. The score, World Cup Soccer, France, we're beating them 1-0.
1-0. This is a nice thing. I bet a whole lot of families are up watching it, and people probably have memories of getting up in the middle of the night to watch the games with their families or with their dads. I think it's nice.
Well, you remember I was a soccer coach there for a while.
Yeah, that's right.
Georgia's River Tigers under 14Ds.
All I remember is you saying that you used to say, let's get the ball bags out, and you'd laugh at that. And then one time there was a bicycle in a tree.
Yeah.
I don't remember you ever talking about the
Well, there
soccer.
was someone had put a push bike in the tree, and I said, fellas, we can either talk about the push bike in the tree, how it got up there, and we can get it out of the tree, or we can go for a run.
And what happened?
We got the bike out of the tree.
Yeah. How'd they go at the end of the year?
Yeah, not really well.
Yeah.
But we'll keep you posted on
in
the
your
score.
blood.
It's still Australia are really taking it to
I'm
them.
enjoying it.
I'm no expert, but they're really taking it to the French.
And this is the kind of commentary you're going to get from us throughout the morning, so don't go anywhere.
You don't need to go anywhere else. Forget SBS or anywhere. It's 6:26. We're into the Magnificent Seven. We find ourselves at question number
4. It's going to Mari in Glenbrook. Hello, Mari.
Hi, guys.
They've looked at 27 Owen Wilson movies, and they found that he said, wow. In how many? 41 or 81?
So 81.
Yeah, it's 81.
81.
That's his thing. He seems to go, wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow. Wow. Wow. Wow.
He's almost as
cetera.
good as Jason Donovan.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
You
Look
get
at
off
this.
his patch, Jason.
Crazy. Crazy.
Jason.
That's what
actually had
Jason
crazy.
just said when he saw Australia score.
Imagine Owen Wilson and Jason Donovan in a conversation.
Oh, wow. 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 Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
I think I've seen that film.
You'd be in a vortex.
Wouldn't you just? What French word, Mari, describes the feeling that you've lived through the present situation before?
Deja vu.
That's it.
Knew you were going to say that. In the song I'm Going to Be by the Proclaimers, how many miles are they prepared to walk?
500 miles.
Well, no.
No, you'd think that'd be
You'd
it.
think that, but,
But
yeah,
they're
of course.
prepared. Further in the song, they're prepared to walk
Yeah,
further.
to be the man who walks. Donna's in Layla Park.
Hi, Donna.
Hi, 1,000 miles.
Yeah.
1,000 miles.
Just
that's
to be
right.
the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your floor.
At your door.
Well, he'd be cactus, wouldn't you?
You don't fall down at the floor.
1,000 miles is a lot. It's like walking up to
Got any
Bruno.
blisters?
Which country are the Socceroos taking on in the World Cup this morning? We're beating them 1-0 at the moment.
France.
That's
France.
it. That is it.
Congratulations to you, Donna. You've won the jam pack. It's all coming your way. Is Spinal Ease Pillow tired of waking up with a sore neck or headache? Order your Spinal Ease Pillow at spinaleze.com.au. A $150 voucher at Le Mono Charcoal Chicken, the famous Lebanese cuisine restaurant in Marylands and Consula. And Jonesy about to couch your choice for the colour in and some Stater pencils. Donna, anything you'd like to add?
Cool.
That's great. You could be in a film with Owen Wilson and
Imagine-
Jason Donovan.
Imagine Donna, Owen Wilson, and Jason Donovan all together.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow. Wow. Look at this, huh?
And you, Donna.
Cool. Thank you. Well done, Donna.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
And we are up and running.
Well, what happened in the time we wrapped the Magnificent Seven? We were 1 in front in the World Cup soccer against France. Now it's 2-1. It's only the first half. I know there's about 4 minutes to go, but still.
Come on. Come
What
on.
time? So if it's running now, what time is it in Qatar?
Let me look. Actually, Ryan, can you look?
Ryan, what time is it in Qatar?
It's around 10:30.
PM?
Well,
At
according to
night?
Google, yeah.
PM?
Yeah, PM.
Oh, that's too late to play a game.
I have to say, look, I can't do the second half.
You know, it's like they do that five-a-side soccer and they kick off at 9 o'clock at night.
Really?
Who does that? Who's playing soccer at 9 o'clock at night?
See, but you know, when you look at American television shows and things, their prime time is much later. We don't have a late night culture here. Even dining out now, the new 7 o'clock is 5:30. We don't have a late night culture. So starting a game of soccer at 10:30
What time do you traditionally eat your dinner?
at home, probably 6:30.
That is the perfect time for dinner.
Well, that's for us because we go to bed early.
No, I think that's a sweet time for dinner.
Sweet.
That is the best. That is the sweet spot for dinner.
Well, will I start to go through the almanac
Yeah,
now?
please.
Let's do it. This is our big book of musical facts. Oh, you'll like this one, Jonesy. On this day in 1979, Pink Floyd released another Brick in the Wall, Part 2, which rapidly topped the charts in the UK. This is a song that features children from a quiet Islington Green School in North London. It started when music teacher Alan Renshaw was approached by the band to round up some pupils to sing. Alan was famous for chain smoking in class and wearing the tightest of tight jeans. But he was, quote, the best music teacher ever. He would
Sure
be,
he
wouldn't
was.
he? Mr. Renshaw, I can see everything. Roger Waters had decided he needed some London kids to sing the iconic line, "We don't need no education," which, as you know, has always upset me.
The irony.
So he wrote this whole song based on his own experiences of school in the 50s. He said, I had this sound in my head, the sound of kids, London kids. I'd like more descriptions of Alan Renshaw. I can see his pudding. Anyway, here's the song.
Great. Still 2-1, by the way.
Jam Nation.
So now they're down this end again in the Socceroos and France. They're always the wrong end.
We seem to, when we get the ball, take it down their end.
Has anyone explained that to them?
We go to the other end,
Go to
guys.
the end, the other end.
The other end is ours.
France are 2, we are 1.
Maybe it's like in Qatar. You know how they say in the Northern Hemisphere the water goes around the wrong way? Maybe we think we're going the wrong way. Eek, eek.
Oi. No.
We're just going to go eek, eek as we eek.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
come on.
Sorry, everyone.
What are you... Don't dig... No.
No.
Don't give it... Oh,
just
that was
missed.
close.
Phew.
Anyway, we'll keep you
We'll keep you up with our searing
Forget
commentary.
going over to SBS. I can't help but thinking about Danny Lim.
Tell me about Danny Lim.
He's the so-called, they call him street personality. Like the idea of
Is that him on LinkedIn?
He's a street personality. He's the one that you might have seen, there's a few years back, he was wearing a sandwich board that said Tony Abbott is a...
That's my favourite kind of sandwich.
And what he does to make the word less offensive, he replaces the U with a V. So it's,
In Abbott.
Yes. So he was at the...
Well, he's in hospital. We shouldn't even be laughing.
He was at the QVB, but if it was Danny's world, it'd be the QUB.
That's true.
But he was at the QVB, and security have said, and he was wearing a sign that said "Smile, smile." With the
amended rude word, smile, amended rude word.
and he's got a little smiley face lollipop. And the security have said, "Well, come on, you got to leave now, mate."
He's an old man. Isn't
He's 78, and then he hasn't left. And then the cops have come along, and the cops have, gone old school Roger Rogerson on him.
And he's in hospital.
Danny's in hospital. He's 78. If I got touched up by a bunch of cops, I think I'd be in hospital.
There must be a nicer way of removing someone than putting them in hospital.
What do you do though? But I like the idea of street personalities. If you're building a city, like with Sims, for example, you need your fireman, you need your policeman, you need your nursey, and you need a street personality.
Brendan, a fireman, a policeman, and a nursey.
What?
I don't know how I can work here
What's
with you.
the matter with you?
So, where do I start? Anyway, keep going. Sims 1950.
Yeah, so Sims, and you've got your street personality. Do you have any? You'd have a lot of street personalities around your area.
Yes, some of them haven't come to some very happy endings, which often happens with street people.
No, but the street personality, I'm not talking about your homes.
No,
I'm
I
talking
know,
about
but street personalities
But
as
even
well.
someone that's just one of those old guys that walks and waves at people. There's a guy each morning when I come to work, he's outside the train station. I always wave at him.
Yeah, that's Ryan. He's hoping for a lift. And what's his thing?
What, the guy that waves?
Yeah.
He just waves. He goes, "Hello, how are you today?" And I wave back at him.
All right.
I think it's nice.
What about those ones outside car yards with those big, long, yellow arms?
They're full of wind.
Yeah.
They got nothing to say.
Don't let the police get onto
Well,
them.
I was, it's funny. I was outside a carpet emporium or something yesterday, and there was one of them doing it. It was in Tarrant Point, and in my mind, I was thinking, "Oh, Mickey, you're so fine, and it was in perfect beat.
I think it'd be in perfect beat to any song. I think that was a song that was in your head at the time. Sometimes when there's not much wind and they go, "Ooh," I think they're going to go on the road, and whoa, at the last minute up they come.
What's he going to do next?
What's he going to do next?
I understand he's hosting the project.
He looked excited about it and then not so excited.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
WSFM, hello there. It's Jonesy and Amanda. In the World Cup soccer, it's half-time. It's 2-1. France are beating us.
But still, France won the World Cup last time. So the
They're
fact
good.
we first off the mark scoring a goal, go Aussie go.
Speaking of scoring goals, Tracy Grimshaw. Tomorrow is her last night on the show.
Yeah, that's right. She's going to be joining us this morning on the show after 7:30.
Tracy said this last night.
Yes, tomorrow. It's all about me. Sorry about that. It'll be over soon. And that's our program.
She's
Thanks for
so
your company.
gracious.
We
isn't
love
she?
Tracy. She's a good
so
friend of ours.
humble and gracious.
And, who do you think is going to be the heir apparent?
Don't know.
Peter Hellier? Carrie Bickmore? Lisa Wilkinson?
Do you think all the people from the project are just going to swap over?
That's how good Tracy is.
Maybe
it would
one
take
of
three
the-
people to fill the void.
Maybe one of the cast of characters that we've enjoyed from A Current
Yes.
Affair could take over.
And in our time, we've got a lot of content out of A Current Affair stories.
Especially the promos.
We love the promos.
So maybe someone from one of the promos.
What
would do it.
about maybe the ultrasound ogre?
Pregnant mum's most treasured moment, but they're all fake. Hundreds of women fleeced by Australia's ultrasound ogre.
What
She'd
about
be free.
She would be the ultrasound ogre. What about the Lothario GP? Remember him?
Yes.
Don't fall in love with your doctor. Our exclusive with the woman who got intimate with her local GP. Then her husband bashed him.
He'd be free.
You know my favourite out of all of them?
Can I guess? Is something that happened up a ladder?
The sleaze of squeeze.
The sleaze of squeeze. Sexual harassment on a stepladder. Lynn's only 4.5 feet tall, and when she climbed up to reach something at work, her boss Laurie would grope her bottom with both hands.
It's the bricks of detail I appreciate. Both hands.
Anyway, Tracy will be joining us.
Jam Nation. There's a couple of questions that I have to ask you.
I don't answer questions.
Just answer the question, okay?
What's in it for me?
$10,000 reward.
$10,000 right here, right now. All you have to do is answer 10 questions in 60 seconds. You do that, you will get $10,000.
We're getting so close. This is exciting. It could go off any day. And it could be today. We could be seconds away from this happening. 10 questions, 60 seconds. The minute you hesitate, the minute you're wrong, you're out. Someone takes your place. Doesn't matter how many people are involved. Someone answers question 10 correctly within that time. They get $10,000.
Could be Dennis of Guyamere.
Hello, Dennis.
Good morning. How are we?
Very well. What a day to call through. Today could be the day. You ready to start?
Oh, fingers crossed. Ready
No
to go.
pressure, Dennis.
No pressure. Okay, we've got a whole stack of callers. You're wrong, you hesitate, you're out. Someone takes your place. Let's see how you go. Okay, Dennis,
right.
deep breath. Here it is. Question 1. What Christmas decoration makes a snapping sound when pulled?
Bonbon.
Question 2. Ladyfingers are a type of what fruit?
Bananas.
Question 3. In mythology, everything King Midas touched turned to what?
Gold.
Question 4. How many bases are there on a softball field?
3.
Emily's in St Mary's.
How many bases are there on a softball field?
4.
Question 5. On which streaming service can you watch Stranger Things?
Netflix.
Question 6. What day does New Year's Day fall next year?
Monday.
Susie in Ambervale.
What day does New Year's Day fall next year?
Tuesday.
Mark's in Cranebrook.
What day does New Year's Day fall next year?
Sunday.
Question 7. Kick is an album by which Australian band?
In a crisp.
Question 8. The short video feature on Instagram is called a what?
Sharon's in Windsor.
The short video feature on Instagram is called a what?
Pass.
Olga's in
The
Riverwood.
short video feature on Instagram is called a what?
Pass.
It's a reel.
It's a reel. Oh, it's exhausting. We'll get there. We will get there.
Jam Nation.
The Socceroos are into France for the World Cup. It's 2-1 France's way. Why are the Socceroos going on the wrong end all the time? Has someone said to them, stay up the other end?
Yeah, they're doing it again.
They're going back to the other. Now look at this. What are they? What? Why? Now they're giving it to France.
Well, it's 2-1. It's 2-1. We scored very early in the game, which is very
and
exciting.
we were like, go, 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 go.
But, Ryan was saying before, and I'm sure a lot of people feel this, is that it's one of the most exciting things when your sports-mad dad, wakes you up in the middle of the night to watch the game. And great memories, but sometimes it may not be good memories. We thought we'd look at the sports-mad dad. Have you had holidays cancelled because your dad's discovered, nope, sorry, World Cup's on, or sorry, Australia's playing blah, blah in the cricket, we can't go there. Or you're camping and you have to pack up the camp and head to the nearest town so you can get internet connection to watch a game. What's a sports-mad dad like?
My dad, who wasn't, he loved footy, and he wasn't overly much of a sports mad dad. But when Cronulla went into the grand final in 1978, he, for some reason, he had this little Daihatsu van which ran on 2-stroke petrol. And my dad was a very tall man. He was like 6'5", and he'd get into this little van. So already when he'd come to pick us up from school, that was embarrassing. Then
like a clown car.
It was like a clown. You know those, you watch the Guinness Book of Records show and that big limbo guy gets out of a plastic box? It was like that. Kids would all stand around and go, look at your dad.
It's magic.
Hey, look at your dad get like a giant huntsman coming out of a... Anyway, for some reason he put streamers, black, white and blue streamers all over this van. So he made it even more.
Oh. He went hardcore, but it embarrassed you.
I was like, Dad, you just drive down the road in that thing. It was like, you know, the people thought he was mentally deficient. And Dad flew aeroplanes. I said, your dad's a pilot, isn't he? I went, yeah. Which airline?
Yeah, I
Might
won't
avoid
fly
one.
that day.
Crazy Clown Airlines.
Well, how about this? The tribal drum is going to beat for my sports mad dad.
Sports.
What is it?
What is it?
Share your story.
Jam Nation
Podcast. The Socceroos versus France for the World Cup. It's 2-1 France's way at the moment. The Aussies are rallying. There's a lot of green and gold in the crowd there.
Yes. A lot of Australians in the crowd, unless the locals have been paid to wear the outfits.
Oh, yeah, there was that word. Oh, look, there's a South Sydney supporter. I'm not kidding you. Look, there is a South Sydney supporter.
They're everywhere,
There
Brendan.
is. There's someone.
You know, if you go back and look closely at what Neil Armstrong was wearing when he walked on the moon, he'd have had a South
Look, there's
jersey.
a South Sydney supporter. Do you think they would have paid a South Sydney supporter to put on the red and green?
Russell Crowe may have called ahead and said, can someone wear it?
At my signal, unleash the colours. Jasmine has joined us because we're talking tribal drum-wise. My sports mad dad.
Sports.
Jasmine, tell us about your dad.
Well, my dad, super mad AFL, crazy fan. It's grand final. Could you imagine? My sister's having the wedding, and he didn't want it to happen, but it's happening. And he's heading up the aisle with my sister, and he kept turning around, and we're up at the front, we're watching. I think, I'm turning around, and he's got my uncle. He keeps turning around, and I'm thinking, who's he looking at? And he's looking at my uncle, and my uncle's just, fingers up, fingers down, and he's giving him scores. He's giving the scores. Dad's taking my sister up the aisle, and this is just continuing, right up till getting up to the front, and everyone's thinking, he's looking around, so pleased that he wanted to catch somebody's eye. Oh, it's so embarrassing.
Oh, that's terrible.
And was it his team in the AFL Grand Final?
Yeah. He almost didn't want it to happen. He didn't want to.
Yeah, but who would organise a wedding if your dad's a big...
You don't know that.
Which side did he go for?
It's Swannies.
But you don't know at the beginning of a season who's, you don't set aside grand final day because for the sake of one fan.
If you're getting married, you go, okay, well, that's grand final weekend.
Oh, I don't know if you would. Jasmine, I feel your pain.
Was that when they won, Jasmine?
It was... at the time, I couldn't think to myself, what was he doing? It was worth it.
But they did win?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
There you go.
At least he was happy.
That's
shouted the bar.
Imagine if he didn't win. Thank you, Jasmine. Kirsten's joined us.
Hello, Kirsten.
Hello.
Tell us about your dad.
So my dad is from Uruguay, and so loves soccer. World Cup, we always had to get up 2 a.m., 4 a.m., whatever time there was games on. And one year he recorded, I used to love the Muppets as a kid. Again, used to sneak on and tape them off the TV. And he recorded over all of my Muppets VHSs with soccer.
Oh, the outrage, Kirsten. Did he think it was no big deal, or were there tears?
He didn't think it was a big deal until I decided to record Titanic over the top of one of his big soccer games.
Oh, yeah. So it just goes on, doesn't it?
And Titanic's a very long film. You could get a couple of games on that.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it depends if it goes into extra time or not, though.
Isn't that a blast from the past? He recorded over my taping of The Muppet Show.
Man.
Kids today with all these streaming services don't appreciate what it was like.
I had no idea what it was like to set. And does anyone know how to program a video?
No, no one did.
VCR? I remember you could set up so you could program it while you're away.
As if.
Did that ever work?
No, as if.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Places, everybody.
Sorry I'm late.
There's no time to waste.
The clock is ticking.
Let's do this thing.
I don't want to point the finger at Sean or anything like that, but I'm pointing the finger at Sean. Every time his news comes on, we lose another 2 goals.
France is now 4-2. 4-1.
4-1? How did that happen?
Well, it happened because they
That's
kicked
when
a couple
Sean
of goals.
comes on as the news. So does that mean Jem Ray, our foremost soccer expert, does that mean we can come back?
No chance. No.
Well, you can stop watching the TV then and get back to our show.
Well, I was talking to Ryan earlier this morning. He said he had lovely memories of waking up early with his dad to watch the World Cup. And I'm sure there's families all around Australia who will do that during this World Cup series, which made us think about your dad being sports mad. And sometimes they go to enormous extremes. We've just had some fabulous calls about dad wanting to know what the score is to the football as he's walking his daughter down the aisle.
Yeah. Well, Harley, he's sports mad, isn't he?
He is, but he's got 2 sons who are sports mad as well.
Yep.
I've just learnt to work around it.
Yeah, but I've been at events with him and he's recorded an All Blacks game.
Oh, yeah. He will record a game and he'll say, and I'll be hosting an event, like a charity event, and he'll say, no one tell me the score. And I think, you can't ask
tell the world
a room
to stop.
of 500 people to not talk about a big game.
And then people come up to him and say, hey.
And he says, don't even say it. Don't even. And then he'll be annoyed because the cab driver on the way home will mention, he goes, oh, come on. You think, it happened 5 hours ago, mate. You can't keep this secret.
The tribal drum is beating for my sports mad dad.
Sports.
Andrew has joined us.
Hi, Andrew. Tell us about your dad.
Morning, guys. How are we?
Very well.
That's good. Yeah, so my dad is a massive soccer fanatic, so much so that he used to force me to play when I was a kid. I hate soccer. I used to get really bad anxiety because he used to always put me as a goalkeeper. And Saturday nights, I get sore stomach, just dreading Sunday mornings playing and having to defend the goals. So when I was about under 15s, I finally put my foot down. I was like, I'm not playing anymore. We had this massive fight. I ended up getting my way, but my dad still ended up going to all the games without me, to under 15s games, and watching all the games without me. And then he'd come home and tell me about the game and be like, we lost today, but if you were there, you would have saved those goals, mate. You would have saved those goals. And he'd give me the biggest guilt trip. And then years later, my little cousin, she decided she wanted to play, and my dad was over the moon. He went to all her games. She played for Enfield. And one day I was driving to my girlfriend's place at the time, and I just drove past Henley Park, which is in Enfield, and I could see my dad on the sideline yelling at these under 12 girls, push up, and I'm just like, the torture's been passed on. So sorry, guys.
Oh dear!
I just imagine little Andrew being a goalie and being anxious because it is an anxiety-inducing position.
And particularly if your dad's yelling and you don't like it, there's nothing in there to enjoy.
True. Is everything good with your dad?
Sorry?
Is everything good with your dad now?
Yeah. He's great. Yeah. He'd be stewing now about the soccer at the moment.
He'd be. Well, it's 4-1 at the moment.
He'll be yelling at home.
Thank you for all your calls. Jam Nation. Let's get down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test today. The project, does it pass the pub test?
Well, a couple of weeks ago, Carrie announced that she was leaving. On Tuesday, she's going to be there till the end of the year. On Tuesday, Lisa Wilkinson said that was her last night and she was leaving. Then last night on the project, Pete Hellier said this.
I will be leaving the project soon at time. Thank you. It's been something on my mind for a while. People will read into the situation however they want to read into it, but I feel like I need to create some space for some projects that I want to work on. I've been able to juggle over the years. You guys have seen me do some new areas that I'm going into, hopefully next year, that I need to be present for. I don't want to be a creator who is leaving meetings to go to another meeting. So I need to be present for that.
He's leaving the project to do other projects.
That's how it seems, isn't it? The project is a tough gig because you don't just turn up just before you're on. I know this because I've been involved with the project. You start work at 2 p.m. and the show goes until after 7.
Well, I was there in the early days when it was first, when it was the OG, and they'd get me to do this correspondent thing, but I just found it so restrictive because they'd ask you to write this almost like a piece of stand-up for free. and then I'd have to go into Channel 10 at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which is the worst time in the world for me because it's middle of the afternoon after you've done this. You go in there, and then you'd have to explain your material to some millennial that's sitting there, oh, we'll just run it past legal. And then once you've done it, all the spontaneity's gone out of it. And you think, well, you're wasting my time.
Well, the show itself was very successful, and it still gets a lot of coverage, but the ratings aren't so great. But TV viewing is down across the board. It really is. But this show has been a mainstay of Channel 10's news done differently. But the hard thing is any show that comes after it at 7:30 it's hard to compete. And I know that. I'm on the living room at 7:30 because other shows come off their news services and their other programs that are rating really highly. And to come off the living room, to come off the project is a tough ask because the project is much loved but doesn't rate as highly as people would like.
But is it loved by people that are in the business? It seems to be loved and hated by people in the business, but what do people, what does Joe the plumber think? Does he like?
Well, that's what we thought we'd ask. Obviously, they're going to be remodelling the project now that a number of them have gone.
I think the graphics are amazing.
Well, let's cheer for the graphics.
I do. I watch it, I go, gee, they're good graphics.
It's a very interesting show, and Channel 10 has decided to do news differently, and they've stuck with it. It's very admirable. But how do you feel about the project? You make the point, Brendan, it gets written about a lot, but how does an audience actually feel about it? So we're asking you, the project, does it pass the pub test?
13 WSFM, we'd love to hear from you. We'll have that for you at 8 o'clock.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Well, after 17 years of steering the ship of one of Australia's biggest news programs, A Current Affair, the wonderful Tracy Grimshaw has decided it's time to sign off, taking a much-deserved break. We're going to miss her terribly. Her last show is tomorrow, so we thought we'd get her on to personally give her our best. Hello, Tracy Grimshaw. How are you?
Hi, Amanda. Hi, Jonesy.
Hello, Tracy. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good, actually. Thank you. I'm good. I'm feeling good. Everyone thinks people keep saying, "Are you sad?" And I'm not sad. I have nothing to be sad about. I've loved the last 17 years, and I'm doing this for all the right reasons, and I'm kind of excited.
I bet you are. And I so admired the words you said when you finished up. I'm not old. I'm just tired. And there'll be other projects I'll be doing. So, don't think that TV has done the old TV thing. That's not true.
No, it hasn't. TV's been very kind to me. I don't think television has been kind to everybody, and it's no game for snowflakes, but it has been very kind to me, and not everyone gets to leave at the time and place of their own choosing, so I feel lucky.
Yeah, it's true. And how do you make a living out of TV? Sure, you get paid well, but you just don't know how long you're going to last, do you?
No, and to choose your dismount is amazing.
I know, lucky me.
Yes. It's been amazing, even just recently when you're in London when the Queen passed away and we saw your emotion. How will you feel when a big news story breaks? Will you go, sucko, I'm turning off my phone, or will you have a bit of a twinge?
I think at the moment I'm ready to turn off my phone, and I'm leaving the place in very good hands. So it'll be fine. All the big news stories will still be covered. I'm genuinely ready to give my brain a rest.
Yes,
that's honestly why I'm doing it, and I'm not telling a lie. I think hopefully by sort of the end of next year, I'll start to get a bit fired up again, and I'll be ready to think about what I might do in 2024. But at the moment, I'm really ready for a rest.
Does it mean that you and I are now going to motorcycle ride? Because you said to me that you wanted to get back on the motorbike, and I said, sure. And you said, but I'm going to wait till I finish ACA.
Well, let's have a crack at it. I honestly, Jonesy, it's a while since, I've got my motorbike license,
yes.
and I used to ride, but it's been a long time since I've been on a motorbike, and I would need to go back and do some lessons again, I think. I think that's the weird thing. I have a motorbike license for life. I could go out and get a 500cc, something with a massive donk, and I wouldn't know what I'm doing. So I think I'd need to go back to Terry Hills and do some lessons.
Well, I could bring the witches' hats, and we could just do some circle work. And that's what you
I'd like
figure
to
out.
see that happen. Also, Tracy, are you looking forward to joining the early dinner club, the dinner at 6 o'clock club?
Oh, look, I haven't quite got my head around Nana Tea yet. I don't think I can do that. I'm looking. I like 7 o'clock. See, 7 o'clock is a good time for me, and that has been for the last 17 years. That's been when I've been at work. So I'm looking forward to 7 o'clock dinner.
Yeah, 7 o'clock dinner with a glass of wine, and yeah.
Amanda and I were talking the optimum time for dinner. Ironically, I'm watching you on the telly, so I know if ACA's on, I know that dinner's coming too late.
you doing?
Yes,
So you
you've
all
been-
watch ACA Hungry.
We've got Tracy's on.
You've been the marker for many
It's
events at
time
7
for dinner.
o'clock. The dryer should be finished by now.
It's got to be ready to go. And you know what, Tracy? We owe you a big thank you because over the years we've done this show as long as you've been on ACA pretty much. And we were there when you left today to go to ACA. But we thank you for all the stories that you've given us. People like the ultrasound ogre, which we loved. We love the cul-de-sac of creeps. But Amanda and I unanimously have declared this as their favourite promo of all, the Sleaze of Squeeze.
The Sleaze of Squeeze. Sexual harassment on a stepladder. Lynn's only 4.5 feet tall, and when she climbed up to reach something at work, her boss Laurie would grope her bottom with both hands.
It had it all.
You see, I know that. Some people want to talk to me about my interviews, and other people know that we campaign for, the downtrodden. But you have always worshipped at the altar of the ACA promo.
We're going to miss it all, Tracy.
Tracy,
I know. But don't worry, don't worry. The promos will still be there. I just
Good.
won't be at the desk.
Well, this is great. Well, Tracy, I'm bringing the witches' hats. I'll bring... have you got a motorbike still?
Yeah, I haven't got a motorbike, but I've got my helmet and I've got my leathers.
Okay, well, you're halfway there. I'll get you a motorbike and we'll work on some just some stuff in a car park. It's what it is. It's very important. When you get back on the saddle, you got to be prepared.
Well, that's right. I definitely need to get back sorted. But, the world is my oyster next year, Jonesy. I can do anything I want.
Absolutely, you can. Absolutely. I look forward to seeing all the Uber Eats deliveries at your house at 7 o'clock.
I'm looking forward to cracking a bottle of wine at 7.
Absolutely. Well, Tracy, we love you. We've admired you for so long, and we look forward to seeing what you do next, but have a rest.
Thank you. I will. Thank you both.
Good on you, Trace. Tomorrow night, Tracy's last show, ACA, 7 o'clock weeknights on 9 and 9 now.
Jam Nation.
I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I am as mad as hell. I'm not going to take this anymore.
Over at the project, it's another round of Has anyone done a head count lately? With Peter Hellier announcing...
I will be leaving the project soon at time.
This comes just a few weeks after Carrie Bickmore said she was leaving. On Tuesday night, Lisa Wilkinson said she was leaving effective that night. And last night, Pete Hellier has announced that he's going. Will there be a shake-up? At this stage, Waleed is staying. Hamish McDonald is staying.
What about Pricey? Steve Price still going to be there?
I don't know. So what do you make of it? The project used to rate twice as much as it does now, but all TV viewing is down right across the board. Channel 10, and I admire their commitment to the project. They've always said we want to do news differently. The project generates a lot of talk. A lot of topics are covered in a very interesting way. Generates a lot of talk, but not a lot of ratings. So we're wondering...
Behind the News when I was a kid.
Well, how do you feel about the project? Does it pass the pub test?
Look, we stopped watching when Lisa joined, and we haven't watched it then. With everything else that's going on with it, I'm open to put it back on the box.
It does, but without Pete Hellier on it and the original team, I just don't think it's going to hold the same value it had as before. But it's a great show, and I'll miss that format next year.
Loved it when it first came out because it was kind of like news for dummies without the intensity, but I feel like over the years it's just gradually gotten quite pathetic and cheesy to the point of like it's just cringe jokes. I'd rather actually watch the news now than watch the project.
No, definitely not, mate. I only ever watched the tail end of the project waiting to see Amanda on the living room.
Aww.
So that's about it for the project.
That's very nice
Maybe
of you. Thank
you should host the project.
Well, I've got this, Brendan.
But
I
you
work
could-
at this end of the day.
Can you say Machu Picchu? Can you say Kuala Lumpur?
Yes, but I don't know.
You could do it all like in George Danikian style from SBS.
With a giant mo. I've got that covered. Very happy where I am.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
So the auctions are underway for all the artworks belonging to fraudster Melissa Caddick. It's a packed auction last night at Shapiro Auction House for the artworks. So far, as I said, the cars have been sold off, her Mercedes-Benz and her husband Anthony Coletti's Audi sports car. They went for more than $360,000. The liquidators had already auctioned off the house in Dover Heights. The price hasn't been released. It's believed to be around $10 million.
I still think it's too much. Maybe she just paid too much for that house.
Why would you say this out loud? If you were owed money by this estate, wouldn't you say thank you?
That, of course, yes.
Let's talk it up, not down.
Yeah. Well, it's sold now, so it doesn't matter.
The artworks last night. She's had some very impressive artworks. She's had a beautiful, I love this art, this painting, a John Olsen watercolour, Giraffes and Wet Season. It sold for $24,000, below its estimated price range of $25 to $35.
What about her Eat, Pray, Scam poster?
That one didn't She's playing poker with the dogs and cheating. There was apparently a titter went around the room when Lot 5 was auctioned. It's a study, it's a thing called Up Shit Creek.
Oh.
Sold by receivers. It fetched $7,000.
$7,000?
A 1.5 metre high ceramic totem pole featured $6,000. So the artwork is all being sold off.
Well, do people still get totem poles?
Well, it wasn't a traditional totem pole.
No.
It seemed, it's an art installation. So, yes, by an artist.
What about to Anthony, her husband, Playboy husband, not Playboy, Toy Boy husband?
Yeah. A lot of this, interesting, is he thinks that he's entitled to some of this. He's got lawyers on that at the moment, whereas the other creditors are going, excuse us, we're in first. And he says, no, I'm also entitled to some of this.
He shouldn't worry, though.
Why is that?
He is a musician. He's a DJ, he's a musician. He's sitting on a gold mine, all his hits.
If you think that the raid that happened on November 11, 2020 affected nobody, you are wrong. It affected many, hundreds of people. Just a phone call is all it would have taken. Instead, they decided to bring her to everyone around us.
I'll just stop you a minute there, Anthony. When the police raid your house, it's not usual for them to ring you beforehand.
Do you mind getting your affairs in order? We'll be there in an hour.
It's the whole point of a raid. Yeah. It's a raid.
Yeah. I like the song. Just all it took was a phone call.
Maybe not my favourite song. What about this one?
You should turn your body cam off so we don't get in trouble.
Cheating on a federal police exam isn't that bad. Think of all the things I could buy with the extra money.
Sure.
Don't take my word for it. All of the video and audio is available.
What's the correct legal terminology for when one officer tells another officer to turn their body cam off?
Yeah.
He should be playing festivals in Berlin.
He should be hosting the project.
Yeah, okay.
Even he said no. That's a sad state of affairs.
Imagine Anthony Coletti joining the project.
Jam Nation.
Well, on Monday night, Jonesy and I went along to see a screener, they call it, a half-hour little glimpse of the new Avatar film. It's called Avatar: The Way of Water. And you put your 3D glasses on. I haven't been to a 3D movie for so long. And it is so immersive. It is extraordinary.
Amazing.
And even just in that half hour, quite emotional. And there's whales that swim by, and to see the underwater world that's created is incredible.
Yeah.
So there's a new Avatar movie, so what a great excuse to talk to a couple of the actors from the movie.
Well, we caught up with Sam Worthington and Cliff Curtis. Cliff Curtis, you would remember, he's been in a bunch of New Zealand movies, from The Piano to Once Were Warriors. He played Pablo Escobar in Blow. But we had a great chat with him yesterday. Lads, how are you?
Good, thank you. Outstanding.
What an extraordinary feat. 13 years later, and this also is still the world's highest grossing film. Was there a moment where you thought, we can't go higher, we can't go back, or were you in from the beginning?
I don't think we approached the first movie with that much arrogance to think that, this movie would be very successful. I think, I remember Jim telling us before we sold the first movie that science fiction is a hard genre for people to sometimes connect with. So just promote the movie that we love to make, and hopefully people can connect to it. So I don't think we were cocky thinking this Avatar one would be as well received as it was.
It doesn't feel like a sequel in the sense that, studios make sequels. You cash in on the success of the first one. Jim as a storyteller is very authentic in terms of there's more story to tell here.
Because we spoke to Sam 13 years ago when it came out, And I remember at the time saying, "Oh, there'll be a sequel, surely." And you went, "Yeah, we'll see."
Yeah, you got to remember though, it wasn't like we took 10 years off. I think about 2013, guys were fiddling with technology to see where it could go. 2015, I was pushing my pregnant wife around the rooms at Lightstorm, the production company, where they had the pictures for the next 4 movies that was taken from Jim's story. And then it was like, well, how are we going to do that? And then in 2017 was when we first kind of got into it. And then each day you're trying to solve this problem of how to make these movies.
And how does it feel for the both of you when you actually watch the film? Because I'm imagining that your day on set might be you in your undies against a green screen. How does it feel for the first time when you are immersed? It must be incredible.
It's very overwhelming for me. How's it for you, Joe?
Well, it's different for me because you see it as you're doing it. So you're seeing a rudimentary form on the screen. So even if you're in a water tank 30 feet deep, your movements are translated into this form that we can see. So for someone like Cliff, who's new to it, it's more when you see the finished product, you're seeing yourself.
I think also my nature is I describe myself as a skeptical optimist. So I'm optimistic that it's going to be great, but I'm skeptical that it actually will be. So I'm hopeful, and there couldn't be a better setup for it to succeed.
Sure.
But I'm skeptical that how ambitious the scripts are, that you can actually stay at least at the level of the first one and push it further.
So there's a third one in the works. Does that mean you have to wait another 13 years? Or is
we filmed about 85% of 3, and I think a lot of
that's all coming completed now. I think the filming
being rendered, and then we've done some scenes from 4 because the kids were aging out, obviously, and then if we're lucky, we'll conclude 4 and 5. So.
Wow. Do you miss the muscles when you have to go back to real life?
Do I miss them?
No, I get to sort of, I get to discover them. It's like in 3D.
Because you look pretty, Cliff, you look pretty good in that.
I'm pleased.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed for my wife.
She's saying, can I get him?
He kept the loincloth.
Fantasy versus reality.
Well, guys, we are so looking forward to Avatar: The Way of Water in cinemas December 16. Sam, Cliff, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Australia's doing very well in the cricket. There was a one-dayer yesterday between Australia and England. Dave Warner got a century. Travis Head got a century. So Head and Warner combined for a record 269-run partnership, the biggest ever one-day
It's pretty good.
partnership at the MCG. So England had a target of 364. This is just for a one-dayer. And they fell short by 221. But as I was watching, just listening more than anything, I heard the names Head, who plays for Australia. England no longer has Root, but they do have Willie and Wood.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's got to be something to keep my interest when that game is on for hour and hour and hour
Willie
and hour.
and Wood, don't they do a drive show?
Oh, Will and Woody. Yeah. But where do you fit Head in there? And Root.
Will and Woody and Head and Root.
But it reminds that's a radio show.
That's a show.
That's a producer's dream.
That is a producer's dream.
But it reminded me of the very famous commentary from years ago when the West Indies were playing England. And there's a new Willie now in the team, but there's an old Willie that was in a team then. And Michael Holding was playing for the West Indies and Willie was playing for England.
Here we go.
And Brian Johnston, the commentator, said these immortal words: the batsman's Holding, the bowler's Willie. It's become famous. And yet, I was drilling down on this morning, trying to find audio of it. Brian Johnston himself doesn't think he actually said it.
There was the one I didn't know that I did, and I'm not sure whether I did or not. And that was after the 1976 match against the West Indies, the Oval. Well, a lady wrote to me and said, Mr. Johnson, we do enjoy your commentaries, but you must be more careful. We have a lot of young people listening. Do you realise what happened the other day? And we came over the Oval, there was Michael Holding bowling to Peter Willie, who said, welcome to the Oval, where the bowler's Holding, the batsman's Willie.
I'd be claiming it.
Well, he should claim it, but he doesn't remember saying it. You'd think you'd remember if you said such a classic line. So anyway, here's the challenge for this summer of cricket.
Here we go.
You've got to get Head in it. Sorry, I didn't think that through.
Challenge accepted. I'll take that on and never play cricket.
You got to get the name Head
Yes.
and Willie and see if you can work that in. Yesterday, Willie did ask for a helmet. I got a snigger out of that.
Of course you did. I don't think you watch cricket for cricket at all, Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
Next week, we're going to be replaying our finalists. So you've only got a couple of days to get your ghoulies in on the hotline, 90617 because someone's going to win $20,000 cash and a year's supply of chocolates of Daryl Lee.
What have we got today?
What gets my ghoulies is all I want is a soft serve through Macca's drive-through. I go through, have my order, only to be told that the machine is broken. Now I have a car behind me. I can't go anywhere. I'm stuck in that queue and I really don't want anything, but I'm forced to buy something just to get out of Macca's. That's it.
Why would you be forced to buy something? You don't have to.
You don't have to buy anything. You can ask for an apple.
But you don't have to get anything, do you?
But is the soft serve or is it the McFlurry machine? Because when they say the McFlurry machine's broken, it means they couldn't be bothered cleaning it. They've cleaned it for the day and that's it.
What else?
Hi, Jonesy and Amanda. What really gets my ghoulies is I've sold my house, I've packed it up all my house, booked the removalist, super organised, only to come to moving day and the removalist rang 1 hour before. Sorry, not coming today. Can we move you next week? That really gets my ghoulies, especially when you've got to be out of your house that day.
What are you supposed to do? Is maybe there's an emergency removalist because that is outrageous. That's terrifying.
That.
Oh, I really feel for you.
I have no answers for that.
That is terrible.
Out with the bad, in with the good. If you dipped out, doesn't matter. You can always call our hotline number, 906179984. It is 3 to 9.
Our favourite caller, email, or Facebook friend wins a Starlight dinner cruise on Sydney 2000. This is you can cruise Sydney Harbour on board Captain Cook Cruises with a Starlight dinner for two, or a Starlight, as I like to call it.
You also get a Jonesy and Amanda tea towel and fridge magnet, which is great.
Now, the World Cup was on early this morning. Australia versus France. We lost 4-1.
We're all on it. We were reporting live.
A lot of people would have got up early this morning to watch it and will get up at all hours throughout the World Cup. So the Tribal Drum was bidding for hardcore sports dad or sports mad dad, because often they're the ones that rope you into doing this stuff.
What about poor old Andrew from Revesby?
His dad was a soccer fanatic who forced him to play goalie.
My dad is a massive soccer fanatic, so much so that he used to force me to play when I was a kid. I hate soccer. I used to get really bad anxiety because he used to always put me as a goalkeeper. and Saturday nights, I get sore stomach, just dreading Sunday mornings playing and having to defend the goals.
And poor old Andrew would be all sicky, so he left the soccer side, but his dad went on and continued to support.
His dad would come home and tell him how well they done or how badly they done. So thanks for the guilt trip.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Ugly Phil is up next with WSFM's box office.
We'll be back from 6 tonight for Jam Nation.
See you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, dear, from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.